Bianca here again. I'm back another week and I'm back. I've made it. I survived. I know it's a bit melodramatic, but I really did build up putting that first video out. So the fact that I did it and I'm still here and I've come back for more, that's a big deal for me. It might not be for you, but it is huge for me. I just want to say thank you though. I really do want to say thank you to all the people that watched the video and got back in touch with me just to say thanks to me for sharing it and that you found it useful, or you know what part of the tips have helped. And so I really appreciate your feedback and just really appreciate the love, the people that have just sent love and congrats and well dones and all that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, let's just dive into this week's video. What I want to talk about today is procrastination. I've struggled with that my whole life, and I'm sure it's something that we can all relate to. If you can't, God bless you, because I want that to be my testimony one day. But yeah, I think I've got about 5 or 6 tips just to help deal with procrastination and to help get rid of it. It's not helpful. So yeah, 6 tips to help fight procrastination. So get straight into it. The first one is a to-do list, like organisation. I find a to-do list really helpful. I am that sneaky person who, once they've done the to-do list, if they do something that's not on the to-do list but it should have been on, after I've done the task, I will put it on the list so that I can tick it off. That's just me. But yeah, a to-do list is really helpful because it helps, like, you just get everything that you need to do. Get that all out on a bit of paper or on your phone. Just get it all out so you can see all the tasks. And then be realistic, but then just, you know, if you want, you can put them into days, or you can do a weekly to-do list, or it depends on how deep you want to go with this. You can do monthly, then down to weekly, then down to daily. But it just really helps to bring some clarity and some focus on your mind so that you can really take one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time and just get things done, because then otherwise you're just sort of running around like a headless chicken, doing a bit of this, doing a bit of that, doing a bit of this, forgetting some things that need to be done as well. So really do, if you have a to-do list, it really helps you systemize and structure your day, your week, your time. It just helps you structure your time, and that can really help combat procrastination, because you don't have to spend time thinking, oh, what else have I got to do again? What do I need to do? Oh, have I forgotten? No. It's all in this list. What do I need to do? Oh, I haven't done that. Okay, we can do that. Tick or highlight or squiggle, whatever you do once you've done the list. So yeah, my first thing would be a to-do list, or just organise your time. Secondly would be to build a habit of getting things done. So before you even get on to like the big life-changing goals or objectives that you have to do, just get into the habit of doing things, and doing things now, because building that habit can then translate into the bigger things. So for example, the washing up, like, get into the habit of, no, don't wash up after you've had the tea, or, you know, oh, let me just go and sit down, or oh, let me do this, or oh, or I'll do that in a minute, or just, no, just do it now. Just, yeah, like, so what I do now is, with the washing up example, is if I'm like, oh no, but maybe I could do this, the baby's just gone down for a nap, okay, but I could do this, I could do that, I could do this, I could do that, and then you just spend the whole hour and a half what you could do, and then in the last 10 minutes you're like, okay, do you know what, this is what I'm going to do. And before you know it, you've wasted all this time thinking about what you could have done. Again, it kind of goes back to your list, because it could all just be there. But you spent all this time thinking about what you could have done, and you haven't done anything. So now, if there's things to wash up, I'll just go wash them up straight away. And whilst I'm washing up, I think, okay, so what else do I need to do? Like, just, and then before I know it, the washing up's done and I've thought of something else to do. And so then I just go straight to doing that. It's, don't don't make a bigger deal out of things than they need to be made of. Just get on with it. Just get on with it, get things done, and start with the small things. Because building that habit, it translates, it will roll over, it will spill over into the bigger things, the bigger projects, the bigger life goals. Just building that habit, intrinsically just getting things done, it will spill over inevitably. The next thing on my list would be to reward yourself. So again, along the lines of getting things done, if you sort of bargain with yourself and stick to it as well, otherwise it's just it doesn't make it useful. So stick to it. But so one of my examples would be I intermittently fast. I don't know. I do intermittent fasting. I don't know what you're supposed to say. And when I was making my first video, which if you haven't watched, go and watch it. But when I was making my first video, I was putting it off. I wasn't going to do it. I am going to do it. Oh, I really should do it. And then the day that I woke up, I went to bed the night before and I said, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to make the video. Okay, cool. I got up in the morning and I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should go to my mum's house because the lighting might be better there, or maybe I should do this, or maybe I should do that. And I'm bringing back in the intermittent fasting, guys. I didn't forget. So I intermittent fast. My thing is 48 hours a week. I'll do at least a 48-hour fast a week. And so from like Sunday evening, basically it's Monday morning, and then I do a 48-hour count from then. So that means I don't eat from Monday to Wednesday. I'll break my fast on Wednesday at some point. So what I did on this particular Wednesday, when I woke up saying, oh, maybe I should go to my mum's, maybe I should do the video in there, maybe I should do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it. I said, you know what, Bianca? You're not breaking your fast until you make this video. Now, girls, or guys, whoever you are. I made that video, as you know, and I put it out and I broke my fast. It was, I'm really not telling you go fast, go starve yourself and don't eat for 48 hours to get something done. But it was just, I said to myself, do you know what? You can wait. The sooner you make this video, the sooner you're going to be able to eat. And I was already on a fast. I was already doing my 40. I think I was thinking of doing 60 hours then. But it was, please, I'm not saying starve yourself. I wasn't even starving myself. But anyway, I digress. My point is, just by saying, do you know what? If I complete this video, if I complete this task, if I read this book, if I do the dishes, if I do whatever it is that you've got to do, then I can do this, which I really want to do. I really wanted to eat, hence why we now have a video called 3 Tips to Fight Anxiety. I wanted my dinner, I wanted my breakfast that day. So yeah, just think about what you want. It also helps build discipline as well, because I could easily have said, do you know what, this is long, I'm going to have my breakfast and then I'll think about the video after. But I didn't do that. I stuck to my word. Do you know what? Once I decided anyway, it was like, cool, I'm going to do it. But just find something, like, I don't know if it's a TV show, or you're not going on social media until you've done something, or you're not going to speak to someone until you've done something. Like, whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, whatever works, just do it and experiment. Like, it might not always be the same thing. I'm not saying that every Wednesday now, until I record the video, I'm not going to break my fast. Maybe not. Maybe I will do it next week. Maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But just find what works for you. But just little rewards. I would say chocolate, but gosh knows that I need to step away from the chocolate. So, whatever works, try that. So yeah, that's reward yourself. So just to recap, we've had build a to-do list, make it a habit. So make getting things done a habit and reward yourself. And then the next thing I would say is get an accountability partner or partners. So just people that you trust, that have sort of access to you to give you a kick up the bum, and tell them, like, look, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm thinking. But if you see me sort of dragging my heels a bit, give me a little nudge, remind me in a nice way. And that just helps. It helps when you have people who are like, B, didn't you say you were doing this? Or B, what's going on with this? Like, what's happening with that then? What's going on with that? It really helps. It might not be the most comfortable, but that's why I say make it people that you trust. So when I said make it people who have access to you like that, people who can deliver uncomfortable news to you. Because if it's just any random, you'll be like, listen, don't ask me no questions and keep it moving. But, you know, if it's someone that you've permitted to bad you up a bit, then it's cool. Like, they can say to you, hey, you said that you was going to do this and you haven't done this, or what's happening? I know timescales can change, so maybe you've done something and you've had to take a different route. What's going on? Just someone that can hold you accountable for something that you've said you want to do. And then my next, it's sort of, these next two are my favourite ones, but they're not really tips as in practical build a list. They're a bit more deep, I think. I don't know. Well, you let me know. But anyway, the first thing is that procrastination is usually like fear in disguise. And I know that might sound a bit far-fetched, like if we're talking about washing the dishes, like, oh, I'm scared of washing the dishes. No, that obviously I'm not talking about those kind of trivial tasks. But when we've set big goals or big jobs that we want to get done and we find ourselves procrastinating, usually I've found with me that it's very much so when I really sit down and try and get to the bottom of what's going on, is fear. It can be fear, quite rational or quite irrational fears. But I'm scared of something. I'm scared of disappointing. I'm scared of fail or perception of failure. I'm scared of letting people down. So in relation to these videos, when I was procrastinating and getting them done, it was just because I was scared of being judged. I was scared of what people were going to think of me. But, you know, we're in a, like, not even we're in a society, but we just try and, oh, I don't care what people have to say. I don't care what anyone thinks. I could just do my own thing, whatever. So that wasn't sort of at the forefront of my mind. I wasn't sitting there, oh, no, but what are people going to think about me? I wasn't sitting there thinking that. I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I have anything to say. Well, clearly I have something to say. So what do you mean? Like, what, if you don't have anything to say and you make this video, what then happens? Well, then people are going to judge me. It's taking that moment to really sit down and just question yourself. Like, really get into the bottom of what you're thinking. Because I think I was talking about this when I was mentioning journaling. When you really begin to understand what's going on in your head, you might see that actually, if people judge me, am I not still breathing? Like, I'm still alive, I'm still here. And actually, if you guys have judged me, you've not even really said anything to me. So I'm still moving. Like, it's okay. Like, if I fail, what happens? Well, then I'll just know how not to do it next time. I'll know that that plan doesn't quite work, or that plan is a good plan, it just needs a bit that needs readjusting. Like, failure is just information to make it better, to make it work. So yeah, see if, I'm not saying every time you're procrastinating it's because there's fear operating on some level, but just see, like, really take a minute to check in with yourself and see what's going on, and if there is anything that you're fearing that you don't necessarily need to. And one of my favorite quotes is, feel the fear and do it anyway. You could do something with your knees knocking, you're just shaking with fear, but get it done. If you determine it to be something you need to do, just get it done. And then my last point, I think this is dragging a bit, so I'll be quick. My last point would be I've forgotten. Oh yeah. Reconnect with your why. This is like, why are you doing whatever you've said? And again, we're moving past the trivial, like washing I don't know why I keep thinking of washing the dishes. I've washed my dishes, guys. I actually did that not long before this video, so my dishes are washed. But yeah, just reconnect with your why. Why do you want to do this? So if you're supposed to be saving because you want to buy a house, okay, but you just can't get your act together with the saving. Like every month it's like, oh, next month, but you want to buy a house. Sit yourself down and reconnect with why you want to buy that house. Well, I want to buy that house because, one, I want to own something in my own name, but two, I want to start building a legacy for my children and my children's children. Hold on a minute, this ain't just about me, this is about my children and my children's children. Oh my gosh, I need to start saving. Forget next month, I'm saving now. Like, what's in my bank account? What can I move? Have I opened a savings account? Like, when you reconnect with your why, when you reconnect with the reason you've decided to do something, then that should give you the kick up the butt that if none of those other things have done, that should really provide that. That should really provide the excitement, the, oh my gosh, this is why I'm doing that. This is like, when I had to, the day before I made my first video, I sat down and I had to think, so why do you even want to do this? Like, what? Because you're longing this out with all the plans and all the, what would I talk about? What would I do? What would I say? Why do you want to do it? And when I really reconnected with, well, I want to help, I want to inspire, I just want to be a transparent person in this day and age that someone can look at and think, oh my gosh, like, that's really helped me. When I realised that, the next day I got up and made the video. Like, it's just find, and if when you do that, if when you sit down and you know, if it's buying a house or if it's losing weight or whatever your objective is, if when you sit down and really look into it and you get to the why and it's still of no inspiration to you, well then maybe that's a sign that actually this course of action isn't quite for now. If it's providing no inspiration to you whatsoever, or maybe you need to reframe it. Maybe you need to reframe why you're doing this. But if when you really get to the bottom of why you're doing something, you don't have any source of inspiration, that should be an alarm bell of some sort. Like, why are you doing this? Are you doing this to please people? Are you doing this because you're being forced? Like, why are you deciding to do this if it doesn't bring you any joy? Like that Marie Kondo on what's that thing called, Netflix, The Cleaning Woman. If it doesn't spark joy, throw it away. And I've taken that to mean more than clothes, more than toys, more than things in my house, is literally anything in my life. If it's not sparking joy, then we need a plan to get it out or get it sparking some sort of joy. Okay, so let me just recap. To beat procrastination, we need a to-do list. We need to make a habit of getting things done. We need to reward ourselves when we do get things done. We need an accountability partner. We need to be aware of what we're secretly fearing. And we need to reconnect with our why. That's my video for today, guys. I really hope it's helped. I think it was a bit longer than I would have hoped for, but I talk a lot, sorry. So yeah, comment, like and subscribe. I remembered this week. And yeah, just get in touch. Let me know if you want anything, if you want me to talk about anything, or if you've got anything just to say or to add. Let me know. All right, bye.